Alright, shalom everybody. Just want to make a quick video. This is actually my second take because my computer just cut off the video for whatever reason the last time. So basically, I just wanted to address some of the trivial things that we still have going on. I mean, like I keep getting comments and stuff like that about it. So let's just talk about it. Hopefully, it won't be a continuous conversation, but if it is, like, I guess we'll just keep talking about it. Look at it. So first, I want to talk about the paintings. Um, Somebody posted a link on my video titled "Do You as a Hebrew Woman Wear Pants?" And I was a little confused because I'm not sure if they saw the video or not, because I'm posing a question, and in this video I'm giving my insight regarding it. Ultimately, when it comes down to all things, a wife is subjected to her head. Even single women are subjected to their head, whether it be their father or the leaders of the church or whoever that head may be. So I do not believe in attempting to usurp authority over their teaching and put something out there to say, well, this is wrong and this is right. I make my videos based on scriptures and my own personal insight and dialogue between me and the people I interact with and my experiences. So that's basically what that was. So I got this debunking link, which of course had to be deleted because I have had, and we are 100% in agreement with women wearing dresses, skirts, not pants. So that's contrary to what we believe, and I don't do that. I don't project that on my platform. So that link had to be deleted. With that said, if there's something you would like me to look into or you want to discuss or want me to make a response video about or something like that, you can email me. My email is it's on my channel, about me and my channel. So feel free to email whatever topics or information you have and want to share, and we'll look into it. With that being said, I need everybody to understand this. There's one, no debunking a conviction given to somebody by the Most High. And then, well, I guess that would be two, because the first thing is there is no teaching over a woman's head regarding whatever the topic is. And then secondly, you can't debunk a conviction given from the Most High to somebody. Now, I have a video. I think it's my first video, which is my only story time on this channel, about losing family and when I came into the truth or something. I don't know what it's titled. But in that video, I believe that I mentioned I came from an apostolic background. Apostolics are different from, well, you know, all these religions are divided. It's different from Baptist, Methodist, Pentecostal, non-denominational. Everybody got their own thing going on. But when I grew up, we didn't wear pants, specifically to church. Some of my cousins, they didn't wear pants at all. But we did when we went outside to play and stuff like that. We had little short sets, little jeans and stuff to run around and get dirty in. But there was no pants explicitly at church. Had to have your head covered in church. Women sat on the left side with the children. Men sat on the right side. Now, in this argument about these pants, which I'm not arguing about no pants. I don't wear them. I used to wear them, and I'll talk about that. But I'm not arguing about no pants. I couldn't go into my grandmother's house with pants on. Some people today, you can't enter into their house with pants on based on their conviction. who are we to tell somebody their conviction is wrong? And even further, more beyond that, you know, why limit yourself to the people you can reach based on what you choose to wear? Now, I could be wrong, but I haven't come across any error in this thought that pants are offensive to some people, even in the former Pentecostal slash non-denominational church I went to. Women did not wear pants. Not the church, not the nothing. It seems like I was always around that. Like, but, and I remember one of my mentors in the church, she came to me and she was sharing to me, or sharing with me, and this is so true, because this is part of the point I'm making, how one day she was going for a walk in the neighborhood and she had on pants, and she didn't typically wear pants because, she's much, much older now. And they didn't grow up wearing pants. So she didn't have a whole bunch of pants and she didn't wear pants often. And one of her neighbors saw her and she was like really taken aback that she was out in pants, and she knew exactly what it was. Like the lady just is kind of like, oh, because some people associate the way you present yourself, even in your dress, as um, the evidence of your relationship or your set apartness. And we do need to look set apart. Now, there are um, some ways to wear pants modestly. I don't do it. I have a situation over here. And when I first came to the truth, I did do it. But when I got married, I got convicted of it because my mentality was, okay, I can wear these pants modestly. And of course, the material is going to cling because my waistline is a good 4 sizes smaller than my hips. Okay, so any pants I wear, they're gonna, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm gonna have to take the waist in, or if they're the really stretchy kind, which I used to like those stretchy spandex material waistlines, I would get it, and then it would be too tight on the hips. But I would cover it. But the point was, because it's hard to wear pants when you got shapes going on, because you have to get it to fit your waist or they won't stay up. But then will they fit your hips? It's like, so you always have to do these alterations and all these other stuff, and it's too much headache. But even wearing a caftan over top of that, you have material already accentuating your shape underneath. So then the material that's overlaying it is gonna kind of show that. So that is absolutely not the most modest thing I wear. I even wear cover ups over top of my dresses because the material still clings. I have long dresses. I just made a garment for this made matching garments for me and my husband. And I made the dress super loose. But in the back, it's still gonna, because if your situation in the back is sticking out there, the material is still gonna like fold on that and then drape. So I put sweaters over top of that still, because that's not your business. Like, I need to cover that. So I put a lot of effort into this modesty thing because it's really not a game. I know for a fact because a couple days ago, we were coming home from the store, and I'm taking my sweater off. I have this long sweater that I bought, and I got a couple of them, different colors, and put fringes on them so people don't mistake me for Muslim while I'm out. So I'm taking my sweater off, and I had this nice little dress underneath, long sleeve, neckline up here, loose enough, everywhere I needed to be, but still cute. But I put a sweater on because of the situation I got going on in the back. And I took the sweater off, and my husband was like, "Hey," and I'm like, this is why I have to wear these sweaters over top of these dresses because I don't want to be a stumbling block for somebody else. Modesty is so much more than this pants argument. That's not even our custom, but it's it's a way of life. It's thinking beyond what you desire to look like and what you desire to put on, and consider your brother and your sister. Because if my husband had that reaction to seeing me in this loose dress, but because of the shapes you got going on underneath it, some things still gonna pose out if they, go beyond the general area. I'm trying to be very candid with this conversation. Um, so sometimes you might have to put on an extra layer. I even have cover ups for the summertime, thin cotton ones that I'll just throw on over top of whatever I have going on because I don't want somebody else looking at me the same way my husband looks at me. That's not appropriate. And I should not leave the house with the intention to do so. And some of y'all got the same situations going on in the front and in the back and on the sides. So be mindful that that may not be the best setup for you. So all in all, because I'm gonna get off this pants situation, I don't wear pants. I'm not wearing pants. I'm not going to instruct or advise anybody I mentor or talk to do so. Is enough for me to modestly cover a big old dress in the back. I got the front covered with this, but in the back. I'm not going through all these extra measures for that. I have people who believe strong conviction that wearing pants is ungodly. Why would I pose a stumbling block to them? And we're not talking about just, oh, it's a preference. Oh, you can do, oh, you can. No, it's not right to them. It's ungodly. Why would I do that? I'm not going to limit myself in my impact to people who are only in agreement with what I believe. I have to be, I have to present myself as a person in the truth who is sincere and genuine, and I understand and I get it because I came from that, and everybody won't get it. Everybody won't understand. Your experience is not my experience, but because of my experience, I know that this can have an impact on somebody, whether or not they even take me seriously. It's people out there with these beliefs. They grew up like that, and the way their, church situation operated, very similar to how our church set up is today. Similar. The difference is that doctrine. But they believe strongly in modesty. And modesty is beautiful. Like, we need to get out of this westernized mindset of we can take liberties to do this and do that. Just think of, forget about you. Forget about me. Let's do what we need to do to be effective witnesses for everybody else. Now, I can tell you, I have not come across anybody who is offended by me wearing a skirt or dress, but I have come across several people, even recently, who are offended by women in pants. I'll leave that right there. You let the Most High deal with you. However He gonna deal with you. I don't overteach somebody's head. Whatever y'all in agreement with, you do that. That's my final say on everything. Because I don't teach over somebody's husband. You're subjected to them. while them teach over your head, you subjected to them. But I'm sharing how we roll, what I believe, how I operate. So that's what that is. You can't debunk somebody's conviction, and you can't overteach somebody's head. That's not even none of our places, number one. But we just have to be so careful with our agendas or whatever it is that we don't cross a line that didn't need to be crossed. So be mindful of that. When I do things now, even as I pray, intentionally and things like that, the decisions that I make, I have to consider everybody else. Initially, I'm like, okay, I got to consider my husband, but what we do will indirectly affect you on some level because we're all one body. We're not just different congregations all over the place doing our own thing. We're one body with many members. And if this toe decides that it wants to be different from the rest of the toes, or it's not in agreement with how the toes are moving, it want to go up when the rest of the toes are going down because that's just what the toe wants to do. That foot's gonna have problems. It's not gonna walk right. You need all your toes doing the same thing at the same time. At some point, we have to get on one accord. I'm not saying agree with me because everything I say is right. I'm saying if you, in sincerity, consider your brother and sister above yourself, we're going to be on one accord. Love your neighbor as yourself. Now, I know everybody don't care the way I care, think the way I think, love the way I love, feel the way I feel. But when you do things in righteousness, according to the Most High, yielding to His Spirit, that's what brings us on one accord. So let the Most High do His thing, and we do His thing, and forget about our own stuff. Now, done with the pants thing. Been talking about that way too long. I want to talk about makeup. I do wear makeup sometimes, a little bit. The most makeup I will wear now is maybe a face powder. I haven't really worn that recently, but I was getting some dark situations under my eyes, and I would just do that to blend up my skin tone so I don't look so tired and look so whatever. As you can see today, I did not care about that. But I might do like a light face powder, the same color as my skin. And that's just to suppress oiliness because I know y'all seen me be shiny on here before. I might do some mascara because I've never had lashes. I was wanting to try them. And my husband kindly let me know that he would rip them off my eyes if I did. So no lashes. Um, Chapstick, of course, or cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, whatever oil you got near you, olive oil, some oil. Something to moisturize my lips. And then my lip gloss, I wear clear lip gloss because I like the shiny I always had since a little kid. Um, and eyeliner. I like eyeliner. So pretty much for the most, well, for the least, I might do like a chapstick, maybe lip gloss optional, and some mascara. At the most, I'll have like face powder, maybe around the eyes, and some eyeliner, mascara. I used to wear blush for these cheekbones, get them popping. But I'm not trying to be popping no more. I'm trying to be as non-attention attracting as possible. Um, and still be myself. I used to wear eyeshadow. I bought some bronzer, but I wasn't really sure what to do with that, so I didn't wear that. But I still have it. I need to give it to somebody who will use it. That's pretty much it. And I have a couple lipsticks, but I think I've grown out of lipstick. I don't know. Contouring. I don't agree with that. Why? Because you can make yourself look like a completely different person with this makeup stuff. And that's deceptive. Deception has no place in the kingdom. If you put on makeup, because makeup isn't even for everybody. Some people don't wear no makeup at all. And shout out to you. I don't always wear makeup either, but some people wear no makeup at all, period. Some people have never worn makeup. And I think that's beautiful. I started trying to wear makeup when I was like 4 years old. My mom had these little lipstick samples. Y'all remember them little samples from like Macy's or Heck, and I think it's Heck's back then, something. It came in this little teeny tube. I used to love those things, and I thought they were made for me because they were so small and I so little. So I always liked makeup, and I would get the little kitty makeup sets and stuff like that when I was little. So I always was into that. But I've scaled all the way back from what I used to wear. Now I never did foundation and stuff like that, mainly because like I have a pretty even skin tone, and to alleviate this, I just need to go to bed. And I never really had too much skin issues, so I never found a need to put on all of that stuff. But some people do. And concealer, I guess it's to conceal something. I don't know. I'm not a makeup guru, and I'm not going to pretend to be you. Not seeing no makeup tutorials on this channel. But the deception, even in just makeup, period, and adding false lashes and stuff like that, if and when you put on makeup, you still should look like yourself. You should not look like a completely different person. I wear makeup sometimes because I look like a teenager, like 17 sometimes. When I have my hair out, especially if I have it in a little bun on top of my head, I lowered it to put my covering on because I don't like how it sticks up at the top. Or I put the two little buns. My husband would be like, "You look like a kid. Like, take that down." Because it's probably weird to see your 30-something-year-old wife looking like a teenager. But that's why I will put on makeup to look like an adult because I have been harassed. I've been harassed about going to school or skipping school or something like that. And I'm like, but I'm so grown, like in age. Well, what are you talking about? Like, leave me alone because you just don't know. And the head coverings also help me to look older. So I really, really appreciate that. But without it, and one day, just for my ladies, I might do it because I might do something with natural hair or something like that and have my hair out so y'all can see my struggle. But um that's as far as makeup. Now, the nails. I used to get the acrylic nails. I do not have that anymore. No nails at all. In fact, one of the reasons why I started getting the overlay, I would get it over top of my own nail. I would get the acrylic on my nail and then get the gel because the gel lasts so long. But I did that because I've for years cooked a lot and you can't have nail polish chipping all off in your food. That's awful and terrible and disgusting. So I was not able to just simply polish my nails and then get it done or just get my nails painted with the acrylic over top. Like I would have to put that gel over top for the polish to last. Well, were we married yet? We weren't even married yet. My husband told me. He mentioned a couple times, "Oh, I don't like that." Like he did like some of my polishes because that's very unique with how I set my little polish situation up. But he always would say, "I don't like those fake nails. I don't like that. Just you don't need that." He tells me I don't need anything. You don't need those nails. You have nails. This is over top of your nail. Just take it off. Just take it off. So I would take it off. I took it off and never put it back on. Sometimes I do miss like the fancy feeling of it, but I cook too much to play those type of games. So no more nails for me. Now, with that being said, I think it's cute. Um, you getting it over top of your nails perfectly. I don't have a problem with it. My husband does, so I'm not doing it. Period. Like, just put that out there. Um, so I like to look at other people's nails. I'm like, oh, this is so cute, girl. Yes, I like that. It's between you and your head, which y'all are in agreement with. If he lets you get your nails done, that's cute. Send me a picture so I can tell you how cute your nails look. But that's a no for me personally because he doesn't like it. So what else? Okay. Oh, we did the pants and modest attire. We did makeup. We did nails. We're gonna talk about weave. I've never had a weave before. Um, I have had braid styles years ago. Like, did I even have it in my teens? In my mid-teens was the last time I had any braids or anything of that nature. I had crochet braids, little micro braids, little half braid with the rest of the hair out. I used to get bob braids. My mom used to hook me up with that synthetic hair. I will say this. Okay, first of all, like I said, I never had a weave, so I don't know if it's damaging to your hair or not. I can't speak on that. But I do know that human hair, and there's documentaries out there you can Google. I'm pretty sure they're even on YouTube. That human hair is sacrificed to pagan gods. So I say no to the human hair. Now, synthetic hair is man-made. Cool, if that's what you want to do. I know some ladies, I've heard them say, they use it for protective styling and stuff like that. My particular hair, it does not agree with that. It will get really, really tangled in it and pull my hair out. Like, I don't know what it is. My hair doesn't like anything in it. It's weird. I have really weird hair. My husband also doesn't like it, so that's one thing we don't even have to discuss. Like, that's just easy. Some things are just easy for us. He did used to say he didn't want me to wear makeup, but now that I wear less makeup, now he just says, "Oh, you think you cute when I put it on." But he didn't like the makeup because he said I didn't need it. But he could see why I wore it, and I always look nice. I look like myself. I just look like an adult. There's nothing wrong with looking like an adult. So, but back to the weave, the hair. Also, again, it depends on your head. If he's not in agreement with it, don't go out and spend all this money on this stuff, and then you got your husband looking at you like, but I thought I told you. Like, don't do that. Don't upset the man. Just, adhere to his wishes. And if he doesn't understand what I did, because I now have my hair twisted, I'm locking it again. But when I had it out, I have coily hair. Think of those little springs, the little boing, boing, boing springs that come in pins. Inside of pins, that is my hair all over. Like, I would do bantu knots or something just to like get it from being so. But even now, oh no, I got a scarf underneath this, so I can't pull one out. Even my twists are starting to coil back up. It's coily. It's like a bajillion coils. I have a coil head. And in the back, I have looser curls. But for the most part, it's almost like 3C loose curls in the back. But for the most part, I have these really like springy coils. And when I have my hair down, my husband takes me, he'll pull one out and then it'll boing back on my head. And he thinks that's the funniest thing, but I don't know why I'm talking about that. I guess just sharing. But be in agreement about the synthetic hair and any extensions and stuff like that. If he likes it, love it, go for it, do it. But I would recommend that you don't do it too often because you don't want to put that strain on your hair and stuff like that. Let your hair breathe. Make sure you take care of it. In those protective styles, you still have to take care of your hair. And even without those protective styles, you still have to take care of your hair. I'm going to go wash and get my hair together in a few moments after I make this video. But if there's any other thing that we as sisters in the faith, daughters of the Most High, have any, we're at odds about anything, or we have any opposing views regarding apparel or how we present ourselves and things like that, because I hear very judgmental things about makeup. I have very judgmental things about hair. And if it's human hair, like I said, I'm not agreeing with that because it's sacrifice to pagan gods and having somebody else's hair in your hair. But ultimately, please know, please understand, it's between you, your head, and the Most High. That's what it all comes down to. I'm just sharing where I'm at with this stuff and how my situation came into play, like how we do things now. I used to do things that I no longer do um, for different reasons. Some is, based on the desires of my husband, some based on personal conviction. Because I don't know if I mentioned that, I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't know if I mentioned that I'm the one who decided to stop wearing pants. My husband was okay with it for the most part initially, but very shortly after we got married, I stopped wearing pants because I knew that with the basic effort that I put into it, I could do so much better to be modest. I can present myself so much better. I could be, so much more effective by getting out of that stuff. So if there's anything I forgot, let's talk about it. What do you guys think? And please know, if you're being negative, if you're trying to bring somebody else's teachings and stuff, I'm all for sharing your opinions, you know what I'm saying? Sharing your thoughts and your experiences. That's what we're here for. Definitely do that. But with the teachings and stuff like that, like keep that at bay. And I'm talking about directly linking some other man into this platform where I have other men's wives here. Like we have to be respectful of each other's households. So without that, give me your perspective. Like, let's talk about it. Is there anything even to talk about? I mean, apparently it is, because I'm still getting these comments and getting all these discussions and stuff like that. And I have people who actually, like, almost pick on sisters who only wear dresses and skirts. And they act like, oh, she thinks she's better or she's more righteous. And I'm telling you conversations that have been had, and I've had to address it and nip it in the butt because I don't play that way. Oh, and they weren't even talking about me, but they were talking to one of the young ladies that um, I mentor, and we, fellowship and talk and stuff like that. And they were so like almost bullying her or trying to pick on her because she's modest. She wears a hijab. She stays covered. She's she's on it, when it comes to that part. And that's what her husband desires of her. So she's really on it. All praises that she's obedient in that respect. But it was really like condescending. It was this one post on Facebook where a young lady decided to go on a little rant saying, "Oh, well, all these dresses are expensive, so if you're not buying for people or whatever, then don't tell them not to wear pants and da 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 da." Let me tell you something. All the pants that I have are not pants no more. They're skirts. You can sew them into skirts. It's not hard. I don't own a sewing machine. I've done it by hand. I have several that are done. I do it for other people. I even sew formal garments by hand. So I responded to her with that because I used to buy. I used to buy. And when I shop for myself, I would shop for somebody else. But ultimately, it came down to the person's choice because I have given away so much stuff, if not as much as I have, more than I have for myself now. Giving, just give, because I had so much. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna wear this, and I can give away that, and then I would buy, go out and shop and buy, get the deals, and gather up all of this stuff. And it was almost like the people that I would see in person, that I was mentoring and stuff like that. Every time I saw them, I had something for them, and it could be one skirt, or it could be bags with an S of things. And not just skirts, like blazers that cover yourself, head wraps, nice little accessories and stuff like that. Like, I believe in giving out of your abundance, 100%. So not only did I give, but I bought. And I let her know that because I know she kind of had an issue with me too. But she went directed towards me, and I told her. I put a link in the descriptions. I said, look, you can turn your pants into skirts that will eliminate all of this hoorah or hoopla, however you say it. That'll eliminate that. You'll have skirts. Even if you only take two pairs of jeans and make one skirt, then you have a skirt. I can show you how to do it. And if you need, like I do it without a sewing machine, so don't use that as an excuse. And if you need sewing needles and thread and stick pins, I said to inbox me and I will mail it to you. I'll buy it for you and I'll mail it to you. Just to stop all of this foolishness. Because it is complete and utter foolishness. If you want to do it, if you want to wear the pants, wear the pants. But don't attack somebody else for not doing what you do. That's ridiculous. And if your reason was before you didn't have, I've given you options. And I'm willing to purchase the materials you need and mail them to you. All you got to do is go get it out your mailbox so you can get your whole life together on this. I ain't getting no inbox from nobody on that little comment thread because that's not really the issue that was at hand. For some people, it might have been, and that's why I posted the link on how to do it. But if you really don't have and somebody's willing to give, and I said inbox me, I didn't want nobody to comment on it because nobody needs to know what we're doing. Like all those details are not important. I'm not name dropping and I did this for this person, did that for that person. This is what you're supposed to do anyways. Don't get credit for what you're already supposed to do. Not for me. I don't give out credit for what you're supposed to do. You go above and beyond, thank you. I appreciate that. You don't have to do that. But if a sister tells me she needs something, if I have it in my ability to give, I'm going to give it. Even if it's just knowledge. Even if it's just options or resources, access to different resources or somebody else's platform or whatever have you. So this video has been long enough. Like if you like. If you don't like, hit the dislike button. It's fine. You don't have to agree with everything I say. I'm not here for that. But all of this trivial things we got going on, got it out there. It's out there now. Tell me what you think. Share how you feel. Or don't. It's fine. But I pray that this has given some illumination to some of the things other people are dealing with and to take into consideration. Things you might not have taken into consideration before. And if you still don't care, then, may the Most High bless you anyways. And until the next video, shalom.